Wachiay, Ani, Sego, Nit, Kwe, Tenze, Hello, Additional Hasan, Sahakatan, Kashishan Ishku, Ayin, Dam, Omashkigo. So for those of you who may be just hearing me for the first time, I just announced in my ancestral language of Cree that my spirit name is Shadowhawk Woman. I'm from the Wolf Clan, and I'm Omashkigo, which means Swampy Cree. That speaks to an area of Hudson's Bay. So what I want to talk to you today is about summer. And we just had June 21st, which was not only National Indigenous Day, but it was the summer solstice, which is a time when we have equal day and night. It's also a time of marking kind of the various seasons that we have in such spectacular glory here in Canada. And in the summertime is when we try to get back to ourselves, kind of those things that we were able to do in the winter, and spring was, can be unpredictable. And certainly with all the wildfire smoke, we weren't as able to get out in the springtime as much as we may have liked to. So I want to talk to you about, remind you kind of the things that we can do in summer. It's a time to refill ourselves, our mind, our body, our spirit, and our emotions. And one of the most glorious things about living in the GTA is that you can go anywhere and receive authentic cultural cuisine. Lots of various cultural communities put on events over the summer that highlight their ways of being and knowing and their food. It's a great time just to go out and feel your spirit and your experiencing parts of self with different culture from around the world. It's also a time in Indigenous community when powwows are big. And powwows are, for those of you who don't know, are ways of different nations coming together, different nations of Indigenous people coming together in dance. And so you'll see various types of dancers, like traditional dancers, jingle dress dancers, hoop dancers, men's traditional dancers, female traditional dancers, the kids, the youth, and they're dressed in their regalia. That is the proper term for the outfits that they wear when they're dancing. And these represent different nations, whether it's Cree or Ojibwe or Mohawk, different ways that their culture expresses themselves through dance. Dance is a very sacred thing, and it's a very beautiful thing. And you'll hear traditional drummers, and it's just a wonderful thing. And there's been a couple that have already happened, and there's going to be a lot more in the area over the summertime. Also, it's a time for family and friends, to spend time with family and friends that we don't normally spend time with because of the limitations of travel in other months. It's good to fill you up, especially with friends, get together and laugh, and no talking about work, no nothing, just focusing on that other part of yourself that usually gets down at the bottom of your list of priorities when you're busy working. It's also a time to reconnect with the water, through swimming or boating or sailing or just sitting on the beach, being around the water. In the Indigenous community, we see water as Mother Earth's lifeblood. We also see it as, we're all encased in water inside our mothers. So water is very healing for us, taking a bath, going for a swim. So when you are around water, really try and connect with that and recognize just how healing it is for us to be in the water. It's also time to think about vacation. What do you want to do? Like everything's so expensive right now that maybe traveling long distances is not something that's a big priority for you right now. So staycations can be really fun. You have to make it fun. You have to, buy special foods that you're only going to eat on staycation, and plan different ways that you're going to celebrate it, whether it's just going out for a day, taking a couple of nights a week and going out for supper. There's all kinds of ways to be able to enjoy your staycation. Maybe get outside. We're in Canada, we're in the house a lot. So get yourself outside, even if it's just to go outside. And today's a beautiful day. There's a good wind and the temperature is perfect. To sit outside somewhere and just feel, sit on the ground, sit on a rock, just feel the earth around you, get connected to those other senses of yourself around the environment that we live in. You know, smell those smells, hear those songbirds that are only around in the summertime. Watch the hawks and the eagles as they, migrate or are hunting. I have a view of the Don Valley and golf course, and we see, raptors all the time. So it's really quite wonderful to see them, and they migrate through the summer, and you can see them as they start to do that as well. And summer marks a time when we think more of self, when we have the luxury to be able to think more of self. And that's because we are planning so much to do on our spare time. So make this summer about, you just really enjoying yourself in the best way that you can. Don't spend time about worrying about what is not there. Spend time celebrating what is there in your life. Every day, get up and just be thankful for that day. Be thankful for the food that you eat. Walking in gratitude really does help change our perspective. It really does help us feel better about who we are and how it moves through the world. There's a lot of sad things happening around the world right now. So if you pray for that. Anything that you're worried about, just do what you can do to let it go. When you have a very strong feeling, don't hold on to it. Don't approach life with a catcher's mitt. Approach it with a badminton racket. And stay in the moment as much as you can. I'm really looking forward to enjoying the rest of the summer. I can tell you that. I'm so looking forward to it. And I wanted to say this is going to be our last video until September. And so enjoy the summer. I wish the best for everyone in their health and well-being. So please do enjoy your summer, and we'll see you again in September. Take care now. Bye-bye.